love this guy already as we look at the tail of the tape for the Joker, Kamariddin Khasanov from Tajikistan. Obviously an 0-0 record. He is a debutant here tonight, and he is looking to get that Karate Combat contract.
And in the blue corner, from France,
Ilies Mardhi down at his more natural weight of 61 kilos here. You see that 2-1 record. Several appearances before. He's coming off a loss, a decision loss to Luis Roca last time out, so looking to rebound.
Fighters, enter the pits.
Our referee Sam Amidi just checking gum shields are present, and he is waving Ilies Mardhi on here. And
Bruce Lee style.
It's Ilies Mardhi. The mad Frenchman is not someone you necessarily want to ask to come on and give it some.
Because he will come. There's no head games. He might come in and get countered.
Yeah, a lot of hand movement. Keeping those shoulders really high though, Bas, is Khasanov.
He has some boxing technique as well, mixed martial arts matches.
Yeah, he has had some previous experience in other combat disciplines, so mixing the styles together there. By contrast, Ilies Mardhi, much more strictly a karateka, junior European medalist.
That punch was too slow coming from Khasanov. He needs to wrap up the speed a little bit.
So Mardhi with the traditional boxing guard now, both still trying to feel each other out here. Khasanov a long way out to throw that kick though. Mardhi gets a couple of shots and you see immediately coming back in, pressing the action, big kick up the open side.
Khasanov loves the uppercut.
Yeah, look.
Might see it in the clinch.
Look for the hip throw and Khasanov swinging back now. And at that point, Bas, he's got to draw that line in the sand. He can't back away. He's got to press forward himself.
He has to, because the aggressor probably is going to win the fight.
And essentially backed up against the wall as well. Getting caught in a corner here. Does a good job of moving out, but Mardhi really giving him very little space to work with.
Oh.
And that was a good spinning back kick.
Very nice.
Of course, that close to the wall surface, he couldn't change the range on him that much. Mardhi in that southpaw stance.
Big swings here from Khasanov.
1 minute left in this first round.
Mardhi is doing a great job staying outside the range, controlling the distance. Again, here we go. Whoop, nice high kick, ducked the high kick. That's very Matrix.
Yeah, Mardhi growing up in one of the toughest arrondissements in Paris. Has been really scrapping for most of his life. Really found a home with karate though. Says he tries to really mix wild aggression with some smart counter fighting, but he's not really counter fighting here. He's the one coming forward.
Khasanov was looking down there when he was striking. Shouldn't do that.
You know, Mardhi generally feels at this lighter weight of 61 kilos, he's going to have a reach advantage over almost anybody, but Khasanov with a very capable reach himself, and Mardhi closes the distance.
They jammed heads against each other.
Turning it into a bit of rough and tumble.
Little dirty boxing.
Oh, and you've got to say, Khasanov, he may have been swinging, but he came in with his head down, and that is asking for trouble.
Yeah, you know, but Mardhi, while he was moving backwards, he was punching, so that's a hard thing to do.
End of the first round there, they jump back up to their stools. Let's take a look at some of the work from Ilies Mardhi. Oh, it's beautiful feint, wasn't it, Bas, to set it up?
Very beautiful. Wow, and he covered a lot of space with that back kick.
Mardhi again with the flamboyant kicks, but he followed up off that. He didn't throw it and then stop, and that forearm up under the face, a little bit unpleasant for Khasanov.
Yeah, that spinning back kick, if he would have done it a little lower, maybe he would have found its target. It was just grazed his head on top.
Well, we know Ilies Mardhi has the gas tank to go through the full 3 threes at this kind of pace. We'll see if Kamariddin Khasanov can. Of course, the amount of Tajik dancing he does on a almost daily basis, I think his stamina and movement's going to be just fine.
It should be good. Now let's see what's going to happen. Very excited for the second round. What instructions did Khasanov get? Just to lure him in.
Second round underway here. Kamariddin Khasanov in the red gloves, white pants, black pants and blue gloves for Ilies Mardhi. France versus Tajikistan. And again, Mardhi immediately wasting no time coming forward. He's really closing Khasanov down here. Oh, and Khasanov getting lured into some wild punches. Very kind of flustered in defense, perhaps.
Wow, good defense there by Mardhi.
Yeah, never lets his legs get taken away from him. Able to retain that open guard and just ride the 5 seconds out fairly easily.
If he can land that back kick while his opponent is in the corner, you know, so not moving backwards, that could land hard.
Well, that's it, right? You've got to make your opponent think you're retreating, but you're really coming forward, and when they meet head on, that's where the power comes in.
Because he covers so much space with that kick. It's the second time he threw it.
Open side kick from Khasanov. Measuring the range here. It's the first time we've seen Khasanov come forward a little bit into the center of the pit. It's a big pit area, but it's been Mardhi shutting down most of the space.
Yeah, this has been a high-paced fight. He slowed down a little bit.
I mean, it's hard to keep that work rate up, but the lighter guys tend to be able to do that. Good hooks from Mardhi. First one sort of found the mark in a cuffing fashion. He's definitely staying more composed, I think, than Khasanov. Khasanov very wild when he has to throw in defense. Final minute of round number 2 here. You know, Mardhi said to us early on he really wanted to establish himself in this fight early, so he was the one dictating, and I think it's fair to say that's been the case.
That's exactly what he did. Ooh, look at that front kick to the face.
You know, Khasanov, he really felt that if he was able to connect, the lights would go out, but the problem is he hasn't been able to connect as of yet.
One punch landed there in the brawl from Khasanov to Mardhi. That's a pretzel position, they call this.
Khasanov taking a lot of pride in keeping karate in the family. Has a 7-year-old son who's already a Russian national champion. Doing good work in his time as a karate coach, but he's getting stuck in here. Final 10 seconds. And the whistle blows as both...
Sam almost got hit.
Yeah, both men throwing with abandon. Referee has to dive out of the way there. Back to the stools they go. Let's take a look at some of the replays from this second round. Roundhouse kick first coming up here from Khasanov. Bas, what did you think generally of the clinches and exchanges in this round?
It was just wild. You know, there was a punch landing here and there. Nobody really got an advantage. I think the advantage is now for Mardhi because he just stays outside the range. And he's doing more. He's constantly attacking. He's pushing Khasanov backwards. He's the aggressor. He's scoring.
A lot on the line for Khasanov here. He can't really afford to get backed up, vying for that karate combat contract. Mardhi, of course, you know, he's been here before. He's been through 3 rounds on, well, all three previous appearances here at Karate Combat. He's gone the distance.
He looks really good today.
Let's go, gentlemen.
I think this is the best he looked. Great distance, great control.
Much more composed, implementing his game plan to the letter. And Bas, how motivating is it for you when you go in and you're able to do what you plan to do?
That's everything, because you know then with the stamina, if everything works the way it needs to work, you know, your complete control, that helps your stamina, that helps your technique, that helps your timing, helps everything.
So Khasanov here really looking amped up. He eats a shot there though. And
double jab right.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Slow on the recounter, uses the wall nicely there. Bit of a guillotine attempt. That's not allowed here.
Nope.
At Karate Combat.
In round 1 he did it as well.
Both these guys taking their time here in this third round. You've got to say though, Mardhi can probably afford to take that time. Khasanov, not so much.
Not so much. He needs to come. That was good calf kick by Mardhi. And he delivered.
Good shots on the inside from Ilies Mardhi. He's trying to break this, getting up under the chin, pushing away. Gotta watch that guillotine there, but it's a nice trip from Khasanov on the outside. He can't throw from that down position, though. He's got to rise to either knee on belly or a standing position.
Well, Khasanov has been telling me that he loves the uppercut, but we didn't see that a lot. I think he threw one in round number 2 in the clinch.
Yeah, I mean, previously he's had big spinning kick knockouts in the past, but we haven't really seen anything of that sort yet in this bout. I mean, it's tough, right? You get someone with the movement of Ilies Mardhi in front of you.
Yep.
You know, he's getting lured into these big swinging shots on defense. And Mardhi really working hard in the clinch there. He's going to keep going till the referee breaks them up.
The wild man. Long lunges, but great distance again, control. But that was a nice connect.
Ilies Mardhi lands as he's moving backwards very cleanly, right on the end of the nose there. Very clean scoring shots from Ilies Mardhi. Really capping off what's been an excellent fight for him so far. There's 1 minute left, and Kamariddin Khasanov from Tajikistan is really going to have to push the pressure now.
Nice calf kick again.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. You know, Khasanov had said to us his favorite kick was a low kick and his favorite punch was an uppercut. He hasn't really thrown either.
Nope.
But this is quite... Guts dropped momentarily there.
Oof.
Bounced straight back up.
If that kick would have been in the face, that would have been bad.
And that's a big kick from Ilies Mardhi as he flurries, looking for the finish in the closing seconds of the round. Oh, in the corner of Ilies Mardhi, reminding him there's 15 seconds left and just to go all out. Spinning hook kick, distance closes. But he's easily able to slow the pace down here with those legs, and the time is going to expire here in this fight. And we are going to go to the judges' scorecard. But once again, Bas, probably not that tough a decision for the judges.
I don't think so either. Yes, I think it's pretty certain that Ilies Mardhi got this fight.
Let's take a look at some of the combinations from Ilies Mardhi there, and moving backwards, landing lovely shots.
I love that when fighters do that. For people at home, that's the hardest thing to do for a fighter. Moving backwards while you're punching and connecting.
Hey, that was almost 4 shots directly in a row that all landed.
They were really nice.
You see Khasanov, perhaps a bit of frustration there, surging forward, just never able to land anything. Mardhi dictating the break there, and that was a beautiful left hook that dropped him.
That kick, if that would have connected, whoosh.
I mean, you know, probably the cleanest of the rounds for Ilies Mardhi, the third and final round.
Yep. Which says a lot, because most of the time when you're tired, you start swinging.
Let's go down into the pit for our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your winner by unanimous decision. In the blue corner, Ilies Mardhi!
Well, Bas, as perhaps expected, Ilies Mardhi takes the victory here, moves his karate combat record to 3-1. A disappointed Kamariddin Khasanov. A lovely backflip from Ilies Mardhi, a big fan of parkour.
Hey, Conor McGregor style.
Practices it a lot in his spare time. We see a little bit of it there. And he does some dancing for our broadcast colleague, Layla Anali, perhaps making a little bit of fun of his opponent. Let's go over to Layla Anali, who's with our winner, Ilies Mardhi.
Ilies, congratulations, a phenomenal third round. We saw you really in quite a flow towards the end. Walk me through your mindset at the end of the third round.
Comment tu t'es senti en fait, elle a dit que tu as fait d'abord félicitations, tu as fait un super troisième round. Comment tu t'es senti? Comment tu as abordé le troisième round?
Le coach dans mon coin m'a dit que c'était litigieux sur les 2 premiers rounds. Donc j'étais obligé de le prendre sur le troisième. Donc j'ai monté d'intensité. Lui, il a descendu d'intensité. Et voilà, c'est ce qui a fait la différence.
He said me, his coach, when the round 2 finished, I said for me now it's a draw. You must give all in the third, and he do that, and they win.
You're fighting an opponent who is making his debut tonight. He showed a lot of personality and spirit in the weigh-ins, and of course high pressure first round as well. Some words on your opponent.
Qu'est-ce que tu penses de ton adversaire?
C'est mon frère, très respectueux. On s'est beaucoup pris dans les bras cette semaine. And my Muslim brother for Tajikistan. Thank you for the battle. And this my new weight division. C'est ma catégorie.
You don't need me now.
J'ai vu que je veux la ceinture moins de 61.
He say won the belt in this category. About his opponent, say he love him. He's a good guy because they see in the hotel they talk a lot. He's his Muslim brother, like he say, and he say it's a very good fight, and he's honored to fight versus him tonight.
You touched on the weights category. It's definitely far more comfortable for you here. Is this where you want to stay?
C'est plus confortable cette catégorie-là en 61.
Parce que c'est la mienne de base. Je fais pas beaucoup, je fais 63 kilos, donc ouais, c'était plus dur avant. Et voilà, je me suis bien adapté.
He says this category is for him because his weight is 63 kilo, and this category is his real category, and it's for him.
And lastly, you're coming off the back of a loss. How important was that win for you?
Je reviens d'une défaite. Est-ce que c'est important de gagner ce soir?
Bien sûr, je montre à tout le monde que je suis encore là et je vais aller chercher cette ceinture quoi qu'il arrive.
He said it's very important to win tonight, but he lost the last time because he wants to show all the body is here, and he wants to show he wants the belt in this category, and he can have it.
Well, you showed a lot there. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you to my mother, my father, for my friend, for my team, my coaches, and for everyone support me, my country, my two country friends in Morocco. Merci à tout le monde, merci à tous mes coachs, Mohamed, Djilali, tous mes frères, mon grand frère Zach, ma mère, tout le monde, tous mes gars, Islem, Polo, Charo, voilà, et merci. And where is Kovacs, President? Where is the DJ for the before season? DJ music, please!
He's a character.
An excellent win for Ilies Mardhi, Bas, and perhaps, he said he feels comfortable at 61 kilos, and the proof is in the pudding.
He did a great job. I think we're going to hear from him. You see him literally grow every time we see him. He gets better, and today he looked great.
Yeah, an excellent performance from him. He's got some stiff competition at 61 kilos. Let's have a final look back at the fight
look at
here.
That big right hand landed.
And the counter hooks were excellent. This spinning back kick earlier on in the fight was excellent as well.
Very nice, big step in there. The roundhouse kick to the body, but using the wall to go away from the kick. Look at that big right hook landing.
This was my favorite combination Mardhi landed. I know he dropped him with a left-right later on and bounced him up against the mat here, right here. But the 4-shot combo, the 2-shot combo, they were just good short shots that were accurate. So there we have it, a win for Ilies Mardhi. He's going to move on in our new 61 kilo bracket.